Hello, hello, hello. While Instagram is telling you that we'll be on, I'm just going to be hydrating. Says, hang on, we're telling more followers to join your video. I think that's so funny that they put that on there. Excuse me. Super excited about the SelfCare Sunday once again. It seems like it's been coming around much faster than I scheduled these. So I'm excited for another SelfCare Sunday. Just allowing people to come on. Hello, hello, hello. Instagram is telling followers that we are live. I'm a little early because it does take a while for Instagram to let our followers know. And so I wanted to allow that time. Hello, DuEwa. I'll add you on in just a moment. We're going to do some greeting. And again, allowing Instagram. I still haven't got the alert, so I guess it's still letting people know. Usually I'll see it. I haven't saw the alert yet, so it's gonna allow a few more minutes. We're just now hitting 2 o'clock. I hope you are well. I hope you are well. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining us for another SelfCare Sunday. Hello, I see some of my sisters that always come on. I see some new beautiful faces. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome to SelfCare Sunday. If you have never been a part of SelfCare Sunday here on the Ever Evolving Women page, just say hello, wave, speak to the room. We always speak to each other. Introduce yourself. Let us know your name because this is an interactive live. So we like to call you by your name and greet you. Also, we do the self-check, okay? We want to check up on you. We want to make sure that you are doing well. So if you are doing great today, put down a yellow heart. And that yellow heart lets us know that you are doing amazing today. The sun is shining, the S-U-N and S-O-N in your life today, and you are doing amazing. Put down that yellow heart to let us know. If you need a little virtual encouragement, you kind of blah today, put down a white heart. And that'll just let us know that you need a little virtual encouragement, virtual hugs and kisses, and we will send them your way. If you're not doing so good, it's okay not to be okay. Then put down a black heart and I will reach out to you personally and we'll converse, sis. And again, I'll rally around you. So yeah, yellow heart means you're doing amazing. White heart means send some love my way. I need a little encouragement, a little push today. And a black heart means just reach out to me and let me know that somebody cares. Yellow heart, amazing. White heart, black heart. Thank you for joining. You all are still coming on. Make sure you share this live. Self-Care Sundays are always super amazing and interactive and inspiring and encouraging. So let someone else know that you think needs today. Let them know we're on, okay? Let them know we're live. All right, we're going to be talking about our hearts today and unblocking our heart wells. And with everything going on, y'all, listen, I thought that this would be a good topic because we talk about the dieting. We talk about the exercise. We've done the yoga self-care Sunday. We talked about a lot of things, but I want to go internal and not just external today and talk about our hearts. So Miss DuEwa Gordon will be joining us in just a moment to talk about that. Okay, so I see some yellow hearts, some white hearts. I don't know some of y'all names, so remember, put your name down. I don't want to call your Instagram name. I want to know who you are. Okay, so I see some yellow hearts. That means y'all are doing amazing, awesome. Also, put some hearts in the live. Send some hearts to everyone. I see Lynn has a white heart. So if you all don't mind, send some kissing emojis, some hug emojis, some encouraging words to Lynn today. Remember, the yellow heart means you're doing amazing. The white heart means you're getting a little encouragement and push today. And that black heart means that I ain't really doing that good, sis. And that's okay, again, not to be okay. So let's send some love Lynn's way. Lynn, I just hope that you're encouraged after today's live. And I just pray for your heart today, that you're lifted in whatever the situation is, whatever you're feeling, that you will feel loved and cared for and be strengthened and provided for. And to remember that you are provided for and you are loved today. Kendra says she's doing great, amazing. Teresa is doing amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so how is y'all Sunday going? It's Sunday. It's a brand new week. We are almost in October, almost in a new month. This has been a crazy week, or last week was a crazy week. And this month has been very crazy. But how are you doing today? What are y'all doing for y'all Sundays? Are you cooking? You getting ready for your week? What are you doing? I got some greens on the stove, so we're not going to be here very long because I don't want to scorch my greens. So I am cooking, I am relaxing, rejuvenating, getting ready to start season 3 of the podcast, which will debut on Thursday. Woo, woo, woo. So if you have not listened to the podcast, if you are not a part of that community, I'm gonna need you to get into it. You can follow the Ever Evolving Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. And we are at anchor.fm/Ever Evolving Podcast. And yeah, we're getting ready to hit season 3. It's gonna be amazing. We are talking about our ingenuity, creativity, and amazingness as Black people. And I'm super excited. Lynn says she's cooking and watching football. And DuEwa says yes. All right, y'all. So again, we are talking about our hearts. Teresa said she just finished meditation with a singing bowl. That's amazing, Teresa. I really want to sing a bowl, girl. I really need to get me one. Tribe of Melanin Nation says, just finished eating and about to jump into planning my week. Okay, so I ain't gonna hold y'all because y'all got some amazing things going on. These lives do not last long, so I promise you we will not be here long. Again, we were talking about our hearts and making sure that our hearts are in alignment. When we initially planned this, we wanted to go through all of the chakras, but again, just with the week that we had last week, I thought that talking about our hearts was super important. When we're talking about our chakras, it's just talking about the main energy centers of our body, okay? And our heart is one of the main ones. You've probably heard about people talking about unblocking their chakras, but all that means is just you're just opening your energy freely, and that harmony exists. Physical, with your physical body, mind, and spirit, okay? And so Miss DuEwa is going to join as we dive into that conversation. Kendra says she's cleaning and planning. Come on, Kendra. We need to be planning a photo shoot. Who you planning with, girl? Let me know. Inbox me. Hey, DuEwa.
Hi, how are you?
I am good, love. I need you all to let me know in the chat if you hear DuEwa well. I know sometimes Instagram be tripping with these lives, so let us know if you can hear us well. And we are going to jump into this conversation. Before we do, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. First of all, I do want to say thank you so much for having me on. I really, really appreciate it. You know, I love your lives and love your podcast. So thank you. I really appreciate you. And especially to discuss a topic that's so important right now.
Very important. Very important. So DuEwa Gordon is the founder and CEO of I Sense Candles. So she's going to be talking about some great things today, but y'all make sure you also support her business. She's doing some amazing things with that. And so I want you to also go support that. And we'll talk about that before I let her go. But let's talk about it. first of all, I've already kind of defined what chakras are and what we'll be talking about. But why is it so important to make sure that your heart is not blocked and that is flowing? Everything is flowing. I always say filtering. Make sure we're filtering our hearts. Everything is flowing and filtering freely. Why is that so important?
Well, that is so important, Angela, because that is it's just so important to our everyday function as we go about the world, as we interact with ourselves, with our families, with our friends. If we're not in a position of being open-hearted, we're just not going to get the full benefit of what we're looking for just in our day-to-day lives. Um, and I just always like to stress and emphasize that, like in our community, we have so many reasons for our heart chakra to be blocked. Just, the generational trauma that we've suffered, and not to mention, like, just receiving that verdict last week, that was just devastating to a lot of us as a community. That's devastating to us as Black women.
For sure.
You, yeah, it's extremely,
Yeah.
it's frustrating because
Yeah.
we have that because we feel like we're that our value, that our voices are not being heard as they should be, they're not being respected as they should be.
Yeah.
So all of that, like, that can create a wall, that can create a blockage. But I think that in a for a place to honor Breonna, that this would be our time to say, okay, let's go ahead. Let's be open. Let's not
Yeah.
allow the bitterness of that to
Exactly.
get to us, but instead let's go harder at whatever it was we were doing. So if it's your
Listen.
business, if it's your career, if it's, you're getting things right with your family, whatever it is that
Yes.
you're doing, now is our time to go harder, to
That's
prove
so good.
and not even to prove it outside to the outside world, but to
Come on.
even if I wouldn't say prove, I would just say to self-validate our own value, because we know that we're valuable. We know that our lives matter. We know that our existence is important to the whole, the
Yeah.
entire world. So
Yeah.
now is the time for us to open ourselves up to that.
For
And
sure.
we do
And
that
that
from
was
our
why
heart chakra.
from our hearts. That's listen, you hit the nail on the head. I didn't want to miss it. You hit the nail on the head. That's why I sent you the text today and was like, you know what? Let's focus on the heart. Because I think it is so easy when we see so much going on and you feel like you're not valued, you feel like you're not loved, you feel like you're not cared for. It's so easy to start really allowing that to resonate in your heart. And like you said, to become bitter and angry and mad. And when I look at the world, when I look at everything that we see, that's all I see. It is like a poison, a venom has literally been loosed, and you see so much hatred and division and dissension. And I just don't want us to allow this stuff to set up in our hearts and really taint the love and the joy and the peace that we could be experiencing. It's not easy. We are human, and it hurts. And we're going to be human and feel things, but I want us to continue to filter what we feel sometimes, and like you said, not allow it to stop us, but allow it to again, like you said, to be the energy and the force behind us to keep going, to keep loving even when it's hard, to keep allowing ourselves to be open and available to not just give love but to receive it as well, because there are people, I want people to know on this live, you are loved. Even if the ones that you are looking to, even if they, like you said, family or friends, if they're not in your corner right now, or you don't feel love from them, I'm letting you know I love you, and I don't have to know you to love you. You know what I'm saying? So I want us to know that we need to be open to receive and to give love. Because if that heart is blocked, and you can speak to this as well, we experience physical and emotional symptoms. It's not just, we think sometimes, oh, I'm going to cut them off and I'm done with love and I'm done with this. As women, not just Black women, but women, period. We can have a man that hurt us in 1990, had a relationship that didn't work, and baby, 2020, we still thinking about that situation. He left, he
Okay.
did this. I will never trust again. I will never love again. And we mean that thing. You hear me? And we will not allow anything to penetrate our hearts. You know what I'm
That is
saying?
so
And
true.
so it affects us in a very negative way, but I don't think we realize it sometimes. It does come out as bitterness. It does come out in, like I said, just that inability to love. Talk about that. I guess the result of that heart being blocked.
Well, there, like you said, there are so many negative consequences to that heart chakra being blocked. One of them that we don't know as far as physical or that is not emphasized. So we assume, okay, heart chakra, you're going to have, if you have a blocked heart chakra, you're going to suffer from heart problems. And that's true. You're going to have, anything that would be related to a heart problem, you're more susceptible to that. But in addition to that, you're more susceptible to things that are related to the lungs. So
Mm.
bronchitis, asthma, any of these things. And yeah, that's a big part of what goes on within that heart chakra. And a lot of people don't know that. But as we continue to research, then this is what we find out is not just, once again, that heart space, but it's the open, because our heart chakra is right there in the center of our chest. And that's where we breathe from, right? So, hey, Tiff. That's the Yoni spot. That's one of my business buddies. So it's Tribe of Melanation. So hey, Missy, I just wanted to say hey to them right quick. But to get back
But
on
that's very,
point.
very
So
true. It's very, very true. As I was doing my research, I did see that it's the center of the chest, just above the heart. And I never knew, like you said, that it was attributed to other things like lung issues and asthma. That I made that face earlier because
COPD, emphysema, anything that
listen,
is related.
I went all my life with no asthma, no problems breathing. I
Yeah.
suffered a miscarriage in 2018, and that thing
Mm,
emotionally overwhelmed me and literally took me down. And I literally, probably a month after, they told me I had asthma. I started having issues breathing. I was like, asthma? I ain't never had asthma.
yeah.
Where is this coming from? But I didn't understand that it was an emotion. I believe it attributed to the emotional trauma that I had
Because when you
experienced.
have emotional trauma, one of the first things you do is hold your breath. That's one of the first
Mm,
things you do. You clench that
wow.
in. You know what I'm saying? You don't. What's the movie Waiting to Exhale? You don't allow yourself the ability to
Yes.
exhale and let that go. And another thing that I wanted to really, really be sure and say is that um, one thing that is important for the heart chakra is forgiveness. It is forgiveness. So now, like in this situation
Preach.
we're talking about with Breonna Taylor, one thing we might want to say is, you know, forgiveness is not all it. First of all, forgiveness is for ourselves and not for the other person. And the place
Correct.
forgiveness starts is within us. So you might be like, well, I'm not forgiving these police officers. I'm not forgiving uh the what's his name, Daniel Cameron, the attorney general. I'm not forgiving any of them. And you know what, you don't have to focus on that. What you would want to focus on is yourself. Forgive yourself for any time as a woman, as a black woman, as a human being on this earth, that you felt that you weren't worthy, that you felt that you didn't deserve to be loved, that you didn't deserve to be
Yes.
treated right. Because when you start healing that inside of yourself, then that is what is going to affect your interactions with others and how you move in the world. And so, of
Yes.
course, it's not an overnight process, but
No.
it's going to elevate you. It's going to elevate you when you let that forgiveness go from, I mean, we know we as Black women, we get a hard time. We're um, expected to be these super women and do everything that um, other women aren't supposed to be. Their expectations are not that high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be able to do it all and
Right,
never
right.
complain about it.
Yeah.
Forgive yourself for thinking that that was a real thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You are a human, you're a woman. Let all of that go so
Yeah.
that you can open up yourselves to whatever it is that you want to do, be, or enjoy in this life.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
that's where we want to start from, that heart chakra place, is forgiving ourselves
Forgiveness.
for any hard time that we ever gave ourselves. You know, you didn't
And
know
let me
any
say
better at the
this.
time.
Forgive yourself for even your decision making. Sometimes I deal with that. The decisions I made in my ignorance, in my just not knowing, in my not being taught, in my just accepting generational mindsets and perspectives. Now that I'm in my 30s, I look back and be like, oh my God, that was so stupid. Oh my God. Because sometimes you're still living out the decisions that you made earlier. And I struggle with that sometimes. I can forgive others like that. I love you.
Like
And
that.
testify, I love
And have a whole reason for them too. You have a whole reason where they suffered through this,
you, even
that,
when they
the
were wrong.
other, and I understand why they're like that, but we don't give ourselves that
We don't
same
give ourselves
opportunity.
that same grace. And so I want to say that forgive yourself. Forgive what has happened, what is past has passed. Forgive. Start today. Like you said, it's a process. So it's a process. So start today, forgiving yourself. I want everyone to carry this mantra with you starting today. When I love myself, loving others comes easily. Start declaring love to yourself, forgiveness to yourself first. It starts with you and your heart. So I love that you brought that up. I see a comment here that says, I think too that not only do we hold things in and stay bottled up, but we are so prone to quickly looking outward for solutions. Yes, instead of inwardly knowing that we hold everything we need within. Exactly. It starts with us. This heart chakra and unblocking this heart, it controls your love, your joy, your inner peace. It is almost like the nucleus to everything. The Bible even declares that above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do, everything you do flows from it, flows through it. You know what I'm saying? If your heart ain't right, it affects every, like in the natural. If you have heart problems, it's going to affect you from head to toe. You're going to have
Yeah.
all kinds of issues. So
You can't function. You
you
can't
can.
function at your highest level if you have issues with your heart.
And so we want to make sure that we stress this importance, and how to unblock and rebalance. So I want to talk about this ways that we can unblock our hearts and our emotions. Can you give us some things, and then I'll share some things as well. I think that affirmation that I started with, that's a good way. And I want to see y'all type that. When I love myself, loving others comes easy. And just talk about some ways that when you feel out of balance, or you feel like, your heart is not functioning at the highest level, comment and let me know what you do. Maybe that'll help someone else, because what we offer, this is an interactive. So what we offer may not work for you. Share what it is that you do. And so I'll let you start kind of with some things that help us unblock and rebalance.
Absolutely. I always say that affirmations, like you said, they are key. They are key because it's that self talk. What are you saying to yourself each and every day? Most of our self talk is unconscious. So we're telling ourselves without being aware of it,
Mhm.
we're telling ourselves, oh, that was dumb. Oh, I did that. That was stupid. Oh, we're downing ourselves all the time. So we have to go back and consciously um, with affirmations. I think journaling is extremely, extremely important as a way to open your heart chakra, because you got to have a way to get those thoughts, feelings, and emotions out. And sometimes you don't have somebody that you can talk to in a therapy situation or a mentorship situation or just a friendship situation to let that out. But if you journal, if you write it down, that gives you an opportunity. Some people even suggest, writing a letter. Maybe you need to forgive somebody. So write them a letter. That letter is for them. It's not for them, it's for you, even without the intention of posting it. But you are just getting out, hey, this happened. It made me feel this way, and now I'm letting go. Burn up that paper or flush it and let that go. Let that go. It's extremely important. Um, Also, another way to unblock the heart chakra, there are certain essential oils. So you want to
That's good.
use anything that is citrus, is very opening. So particularly lime and orange, they're extremely good for the heart chakra. Lang lang is one of my favorite. It's really good for the heart chakra. So is neroli. That's really good for the heart chakra. Some herbs that are good are rose. Rose is very good for depression. So, jasmine. Jasmine is very good for calming anxiety. Lavender, the same, is good for calming anxiety, easing stress. So you can do teas. You can do. I definitely recommend spiritual baths. Those are so key to, and a lot of times spiritual baths are not just pretty, which they can be, but I mean they are to literally what a bath does. It washes away. It you allow nature to heal you and to wash away whatever it is, that resentment, that anger, whatever it is that's blocking you. Because having your heart chakra blocked is a way to stop from manifesting the things that you want to manifest. You're not a
Yeah.
so if you find yourself having a hard time reaching goals, you want to look at where am I blocked? Where am I blocked? Is it,
Yeah.
is it root? Is it financial? Is it creativity? Or is it my heart?
Yeah.
Am I closed hearted and not able to go, get to that next level? So there are a lot
Right.
of ways that you
I
can
love
do
it. Yeah, good information. Tribes of Melanin Nation says, yes, guard your heart. We wear our hearts on our sleeves, especially as women, not realizing that we are allowing our heart to be tainted while it's on our sleeve. That's good. Kendra says, journaling and speaking out loud as if I was having an actual conversation with God. That's good. Yeah, speaking is important, man.
it.
What you speak, I always say your words create your world. So that's really good. Teresa says, I make a nerve tonic with lavender, chamomile, skullcap, and lemon balm. I call the
Okay.
anxiety first. That's good. The letter writing exercise is really good. I had to do that in order to get some things I went through with my dad. Good. Thank y'all for sharing. Thank you for being vulnerable and transparent. I will say this, and again, we may repeat the same things. But just to kind of piggyback, yeah, I do believe it starts with your heart and your mouth. These things are very important, right? Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So a lot of times we think nobody will love me, nobody cares, nobody. We start thinking these things and then we manifest them in our actions and closing ourselves off to people and pushing people away and self-sabotaging.
It,
Self-sabotaging relationships
even in
and
our words,
friendships.
oh, all men are no good.
Listen,
Even just
right,
saying that,
right,
you're
because
just
out of the
affirming the
abundance,
negative.
yeah, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So when you speak those
Yes.
things and when you
Yes.
think those things, you manifest those things. So begin to pay close attention. So I'd say how we balance and rebalance or get back in alignment with our heart is being more conscious of what you're thinking and what you are saying. Because I've seen myself, I will start with one little thing and I'll say, well, then nobody. One person may do something. I say, well, nobody. They don't never check. They don't never. And it's like, Angela, that ain't true. And then I start to, when people do entreat me and they try to get close to me, you pushing folks away. That is not good. So I would say the first step is paying attention to it. And then also accepting what you usually would suppress. When something occurs and when something happens, catch it, nip that thing in the bud. What you would normally push down, start to accept it. Don't keep pushing stuff under the rug and sweep it under the rug. Because I always say, what you sweep under the rug, you keep sweeping it under the rug. You're going to keep stepping over and act like it don't exist. That dust going to start coming up. And it's going to start
Okay.
bothering you. So instead of suppressing, even if it don't feel good, it ain't going to always feel good. A lot of time, like you said, it's going to be some stuff that ain't so pretty, okay?
Yeah.
But when you
Yeah.
start to accept it and deal with it head on, you can find yourself healing from it much easier and much quicker. So you can move on from it and it does not block your heart. You already said it, writing it down, being real about it. You know what I'm saying? I have to be real. Sometimes I have to write a name. So and so did this
Yeah.
and it hurt me. And I've done that. Write it out. What you can't speak, sometimes write it out and acknowledge it. I think that's really important. Again, we've already said affirmations, and then also stay with your wounds and feel it. I think that goes back to accepting your suppressed emotions. If you stay with your wounds and you feel it and you allow yourself to really sit in that thing instead of just trying to move on real quick from it, because a lot of times when we're hurt or when we've dealt with trauma or something has happened, we want to hurry up and move beyond it. If you have a
Because it
breakup,
hurts. It don't feel good.
it
Who
don't
wants
feel
to
good.
feel that?
So you try
And
to
it
be
seems
like,
like
well,
a
I'm
short-term
gonna move on.
solution to just be like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah. So I'm gonna move
hey, I'm
on. I'm gonna
over
go
it.
to the
I'm
next.
good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the next relationship. I'm almost gonna, get somebody else. And no. Sit with that thing. Because if it still don't feel good, that means you ain't healed from it. If you still have a hard time emotionally, you still need to deal with it. You still need to deal with it. And I'll say this, sometimes you can do just some practical things. Motion is good, staying active. You know what I'm saying? Dancing, singing, a walk, exercise. You know what I'm saying? That keeps that heart pumping. It keeps it flowing. So even some practical things are really, really good. And so I hope that you all take some of those things and really start to implement them. Y'all know we usually stay here about 20 or 30 minutes and we're at almost 30. Let me tell y'all something. In this time, we have dealt with some things. We have already said so much. So if you have joined mid to end of this live, I'm telling you, go back, because DuEwa just preached to us today. If you didn't get a word today, she is preached to us today. Tribe of Melanin Nation says, if I don't feel good, it ain't heal good. Come on.
Okay, come through.
She said, if I don't
come
feel
through
good,
with some truth,
it ain't heal good. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, this has been so amazing. And again, I want us just to be aware. Again, we talked about everything else. We talked about yoga and meditation. All of those things are good and great. But let's also deal with the internal aspect, because it matters even more so than just the external things. And so I hope something was said that helped, something that was said that encouraged. Again, those of you who put down white hearts or black hearts, you are in our thoughts and our prayers, and we are sending virtual love your way. Please, again, support DuEwa. DuEwa, before we leave, go ahead and let them know a little bit about iSense and how they can find you and support as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. You guys can follow me here at iSense Candles. Just click that link. We provide luxury coconut soy wax candles and all natural bath and body products. I also wanted to just quickly show you guys our candle that we've developed specifically for the heart chakra. So it has rose in it. It has lavender. It also has peridot crystals. This is 100% natural candle. So instead of the fragrance oil that usually goes in candles, there's actually essential oils in there. The essential oils I was discussing earlier that are good for the heart chakra. So your ylang ylang, your neroli, your lime, your ginger. And you would use this in your prayer, your meditation, 10 to 15 minutes a day, burn it. While you're saying your affirmations is a great time. And then it just allows you to consciously open up that heart space, get rid of that negativity, get rid of that garbage, the trash, the you know what they call used to call it the stinking thinking. Get
Yes.
rid of all of that and open yourself up to new.
I love it.
Because we deserve that. We deserve to love ourselves, and we deserve to be loved and loved well.
Yes, we deserve it. I want you all, that's a great note to leave off of. You deserve it. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to receive love. You deserve to give love. If this world needs anything right now, we need a lot of love. And so I hope that you all were inspired. Please be sure to support DuEwa and iSense Candles. I did put her Instagram username in the comments. iSense Candles. Stay connected to the community of ever evolving women. This is a community. I love doing things like this. I tell people all the time, I do not do it for the popularity. I don't do it for the whatever. I can care less about that stuff. But what I do care about is helping and inspiring and motivating. And so I'm with Tribe of Melanin Nation. I love you all. Y'all know I love you. I say that all the time. Stay connected. Make sure you are following us here, that you like us on Facebook. Again, the podcast season 3 starts on Thursday. I am super excited. If you'd like to be a part or you want to learn more, head over to the Ever Evolving Podcast and let your girl know. Let your girl know. We can talk and see if we are a good fit. And yeah, until next time, until the next SelfCare Sunday, I'll see y'all. Have an amazing day and amazing week.
Bye.
Love you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
so
you.
Much.
Bye.